Alright, day 69. It is pretty early in the morning. I was going to do a really early bike ride. I've got to go over for a networking meeting down in Tampa, so I got a couple hours of driving today. And yeah, the alarm went off, and that just was not going to happen, so I slept right through that. But anyway, I'm going to come back. I have some time this afternoon, so when I get back from the meeting, I'm going to go over to the park and do a run. That'll be better anyway. And it's been a strange week. The scale hasn't been, I've checked it a couple times, scale hasn't really been moving, like a pound or two at the most here and there. But I'm getting thinner. I'm noticing things, especially this week. You know, even though I don't feel lighter, it's changing. My wedding ring no longer fits, slides right off, so that's kind of scary. I'm fitting into shirts that I never could before. I've had a few that were just too small, like this one here. You know, it fits very normally now, and it used to be so tight, you know, my belly would always show if I ever tried to put it on. These jeans are my skinny jeans. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. These used to be my skinny jeans, and now they're just ridiculously huge. And I gotta cinch my belt all the way just to keep them up. Just totally baggy now. These are 38s. 40s used to be snug. These used to be my barely get them on jeans. I mean, I'm talking at the beginning of HLO. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, my favorite pairs of shorts I can no longer wear because they just fall off. You know, just ridiculously huge now. So it's kind of coming off all over evenly though. You know, my problem areas are still problem areas. I can't really notice anything. It's just the overall. You know, I just notice the clothes and, like I said, the ring. But, you know, proportion-wise, everything else is still the same. So, I mean, that's a little frustrating, but at least I know something's happening. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm off to work, and we'll see you this afternoon.
I've done events where I've seen
6 guys, 3 out.
10, the size of this room, maybe twice the size of this room. I've seen them put it up in an hour and then come back and take it down in an hour, but it's not the same kind of technique that you're doing.
Right, well, and you start with the canopy, I mean, the amount of time that it takes to set up the canopy.
Well, if you need somebody to come over there,
This
let
is
me
what
know.
I'm passing.
She'll be there.
This should be good. I'm at a red light. Car next to me, the smart car. She obviously overshot the line. She's still in reverse. She's on her phone. I can't get her attention. So we'll see which way she goes when the light turns green. So before I head out here, I want to do a little car maintenance. I've been meaning to do this for a while. It's time to clean the air filter and make sure the plugs are tight. Well, it's a real good thing I did this sooner than later. This filter is shredded. It's a few years old. It's a reusable filter, and I've only cleaned it a few times, but it's been shredded by stuff coming in the intake. This is where the air intake is hitting it. Through this tube here. It's so brittle. Well, Scratch plans on going running right now. I can't go anywhere until the wife gets home because I have no air filter. Just trying to pull this thing out, the thing disintegrated. It's like powder. Completely dried out and just disintegrated. This is just from time. This is about 5 years old. And it looks like if you have one of these foam filters, you need to replace it about every 3 years, whether it looks like it or not. It was fine the last time I cleaned it. Had none of this going on. And the foam seal that was on here that seals to the body of the car completely fell apart. And that was factory. So this foam bit, at least down here in Florida, very, very short shelf life. So yeah, this is just completely toast. This was 2 layers, and this just, I mean, disintegrated just touching it. So I can't even pull this off. It's in a tube, and it's just stuck to this end. So you just pull this off and wash it and put it back on. But obviously, it's at its last run. So the car is sitting here without an air filter, and that means car no go. So yeah, maybe I'll do a walk or run or ride later. Depends on how late she gets home, and then I have to go up to the auto store and I have to find a filter that fits this box, which might be a little difficult. Might have to temporarily get like a K&N, just something that'll fit the diameter, and then I'll have to mail order a filter for the actual box here. This is a JCW. It's their performance upgrade options on the Mini, and the normal one is just a cheap paper filter, but the JCW part uses also a paper filter, but you can get these replacements for it for a much longer life, but obviously not indefinite. And then besides the cold air intake from the front, which is a ram air, you have this valve here that opens up at 4,000 RPM, and that opens to the grill right at the base of the windshield for cowl induction. So it gives you a little bit of a nice boost at 4,000 RPM through the red line. So yeah, my day will continue after the wife gets home. Well, I just realized that I have a bike and I have a couple auto stores within a few miles, so I'm going to measure the diameter of that hole so I can hopefully find a temporary K&N that'll fit it. I know there's nothing in stock other than the BMW dealer, which is 20 miles away, that would have a drop-in filter. So I'll have to mail order one, but I need something on there in the meantime. I mean, I've got to shoot tomorrow, so have to be using the car. It sucks because it's going to cost me probably $40 just for a stupid K&N that I'm going to use, you know, for a few days, and then the replacement filters are $100. But I'm not getting a foam one ever again. I'm going with probably a Mini Madness, which is kind of like a K&N. It's cotton pleated. You clean it, re-oil it, and that's what I've always used. I've always used K&Ns on my cars, and most of them have been modified, so they've been large, you know, open cones. Not unlike the Mini here, but it's enclosed in a box with that cowl induction intake. But anyway, yeah, I can carry a box home, one hand and a bag on the bike, no problem there. So, off to the store. I'll get my exercise that way.
think I got a call in the middle of that video, so I don't know if that ride is going to come out or not. But I got a filter. I was not going to pay $60 for a freaking K&N, so I got a $18 Fram. It's not the exact size. I didn't really have what I needed exactly, of course. But I can make it work with some duct tape. It won't be pretty, but it'll last for a few days at least. So I'll get that on. It's super ghetto, but it'll hold for a couple days. Okay, daily adventure done. See you guys tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, another weigh-in Wednesday. Wow. That week went like in the blink of an eye. It seems like it was yesterday. It was Wednesday. Oh my God. Yeah, it is. Okay. See you tomorrow.